In March of 1992, at Gainesville Raceway, in Gainesville, Florida, drag racing history was made.
Hey, this is like for real racing.
Can't get nothing past you. You call me the idiot?
I stand behind it.
No one has ever gone quicker. No one has ever gone faster. And Kenny Bernstein, you've exceeded 300 miles an hour.
Oh, Steve, Diamond P, thank you so much. 300 miles an hour, I can't believe it.
301.
It's a dream come true, believe me.
Today Speed Planet brings that historic race car back to life.
This doesn't look like real life at all.
Shut up. For a special best of 5 match race against the hottest team in the NHRA main event Funny Car Championship this season.
Oh, it's John Force, right?
The Shifts and Giggles team, with Viper behind the wheel, and the Legendary Clutch Skidmark calling the shots, are fresh off the first win of their season here in Gainesville.
Boo.
They're making their Top Fuel debut here on Speed Planet, and they are racing history. Would you please stop talking during the intros? It's getting old.
That's what a host does.
I'm the host.
Only because you stole my job.
I stole nothing, you're just a dick.
You're an idiot.
Very professional as always, guys. Good job.
Hello everybody, I'm your host Paul Pager, despite what my colleague here thinks. If you were with us last week, welcome back. For everybody else, welcome to Gainesville Raceway, for the first episode in a series we call Racing History. This week featuring a tribute to the car that broke the 300-mile-per-hour barrier, and the driver that did it, Kenny Bernstein.
Wow, that's some pretty great hair.
Kenny will be racing alongside someone we've watched all season in the funny car category, Viper, driving the brand new Shifts and Giggles Top Fuel dragster.
So this is a best of 5 match race.
Correct.
Kenny wins 3 races and we can hit the road for Vegas?
Would you just worry about this event first?
Easy for you to say. I was all packed up ready to leave here a week ago.
Round 1, Bernstein versus Viper. Viper away first, big wheeling. Side by side. Viper strikes first in a great drag race to start things off here today. The Shifts and Giggles car runs a 4.628 to Kenny's losing 4.642 second elapsed time in the Bud King. Now for some no doubt genius level analysis of the run we just watched, I give you our analyst, Smarty Reed, and I'm sure sorry for that, Smarty.
Wow, great introduction, thanks.
You're welcome.
You can see it was a good start for both drivers. Viper's car goes into a wheelie about 60 feet. Bernstein got in front until about half track. The Shifts and Giggles car is just a bit stronger in the middle of the track and by about half a car length. We're 1 race closer to leaving.
Thank you, Mr. Enthusiasm. What would cause the car to wheelie?
Not enough weight on the nose of the car. A stupid crew chief, in other words.
Thanks. Now let me introduce the third member of the Speed Planet broadcast crew.
Let you? Who's stopping you?
You. Shut up. This is our pit correspondent, Sally Anderson.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the story about what happened last week.
Sally?
I told you guys last week, I don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
Because I'm a professional pit correspondent and I don't use this show to talk about personal things.
I see.
By the way, former IT guy George says thanks for the alligator skin boots. He's real sorry you suck at poker, but it was fun teaching you how to play. Back to you guys.
Wait, you didn't do any pit corresponding.
I'm sorry. The Shifts and Giggles team have a restraining order keeping me away from their pits and their team. Thankfully it's only valid in Florida, so it's only for this race. I sent former IT guy George to find out what he can, but I haven't seen him in a couple hours now.
George.
Well, apparently there's a backup in the team's motorhome toilet, and with all the support staff and other teams already headed for Las Vegas, they asked George to take a look. Back to you guys.
So we didn't learn anything about anything, except that Sally should think twice before breaking into someone's motorhome to use the toilet.
That about sums it up, thanks.
Round 2. Viper away first. He pulls away from Bernstein and takes a 2-0 lead in this best of 5 match. The Shifts and Giggles car runs a 4.613 at 314 miles per hour, to the Bud King's losing 4.892 at only 307 miles per hour. Smarty?
What?
Tell us about the race.
Sorry, something's up with my laptop. I think it's all the humidity here.
Yes, I bet that's it. How about the race?
What? Oh yeah. Viper wins and Bernstein makes a run that would have been decent back in 1992, but is pretty crap for a car that's supposed to be almost a decade newer. Back to you.
That was insightful. Thanks. Do you have anything, Sally?
I talked to former IT guy George just a few moments ago. He said the Shifts and Giggles team have really had to rely on all the experiences they've accumulated through weeks on the road, and it really seems to be paying off so far today, as they were just able to get the motorhome toilet fixed in time for what legendary crew chief Clutch Skidmark calls a key lime pie emergency. Back to you guys.
Well, that's more than we wanted to know, Sally, but it was insightful. Thanks.
Do you guys want some? George came back with lots.
No thanks. The drivers are backing up from their burnouts, as we're into round 3 of our match race this afternoon. For Bernstein, this is a do or die round, if he's to have any chance of winning this match here today.
Well, he's won nothing quite as prestigious as this match race here today. Kenny Bernstein did win 4 straight NHRA Funny Car World Championships before switching over to Top Fuel dragsters in 1990, where he would win championships in 1996 and 2001.
Wow, listen to you being all smart and stuff.
Someone has to...
Here we go, round 3, the king of speed, versus the king of his own basement. Can Viper sweep the match? It's Bernstein away first. Viper goes up in smoke, and it's the Bud King taking the win light with a conservative, but good enough 4.803 second elapsed time. Viper brings it across the line in 5.239 seconds, at only 297 miles per hour, and it's not over yet, folks.
Viper, apparently sleeping on the tree there. Legendary crew chief Clutch Skidmark should have focused more of his efforts on making his car run properly, than key lime pies and broken toilets. I guess we all have our priorities.
Here's a good look over the shoulder of the Shifts and Giggles driver. Let's go down to Selly.
Thanks guys. I tried to make my way into the Budweiser team pit, to talk to their crew chief, the man behind not only the first 300-mile-per-hour run but also the pioneering of things, like onboard computers and lock-up clutches, the amazingly talented Dale Armstrong. Although they were warned by the Shifts and Giggles team to not let me into their pits, I'm sure Dale would have told all the race fans watching how awesome he thinks the Shifts and Giggles channel is, and how you all should subscribe to it if you haven't already. I'm also sure that Kenny Bernstein himself would have said that he's had a great time here today, and you shouldn't forget to hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any great times yourself. Back to you guys.
Thanks Selly. Drivers backing up for round number 4 in our best of 5 match. For Bernstein, it's another do or die round. For Viper and the Shifts and Giggles team, I'm sure they would like to end it right here, so they can get a jump on filing for a new restraining order when we get to Nevada for the next race, in the NHRA main event drag racing series, right here on Speed Planet.
Not funny.
I disagree.
Thanks. Drivers staged. It's Bernstein away first. Is it good enough to force another round? It is not. Viper brings the day to an end, with low ET of the match, a 4.607 second elapsed time, overcoming Kenny's baby hole shot, and sending the king of speed back into retirement. Smart E?
Both drivers left at pretty much the same time. At that point it comes down to the machines, and today, legendary crew chief Clutch Skidmark had that Shifts and Giggles dragster working pretty well. Except for the key lime snafu in round 3, that car was consistently better than the Bud King all match.
Thanks. We hope you all enjoyed today's racing action. It was a pleasure reliving a moment in motorsports history, and sharing it with you all. Kenny Bernstein was one of the greats in drag racing. After his 300-mile-per-hour run, the thing most fans will remember is the level of professionalism he brought to the sport. In paying tribute to the first of those, we hope we've lived up to the second.
You mean by being professionals?
Thanks for watching. See you in Las Vegas.
Hey Smarty, can I ride with you and George to Las Vegas? It'll be fun. You guys can teach me to play poker along the way.